Welcome in to another
Hello.
night of Cantrell Country Travelway Traveling Adventures. As
Hi.
we continue our traveling adventures across
Mm-hmm.
the U.S. and around the
Yep.
world,
Mm-hmm.
and of course we get some, we get to meet some crazy characters like
Yep.
those that tend to think that Starbucks is open and
It's
it's really
open.
not.
That was their place today.
Uh,
I
you
think-
just keep thinking that, Mike.
I can send you a video from there. I did before, and I've done it.
We're just kidding.
I'm
But welcome in, guys. Seriously,
Hi, guys.
welcome in to those that are coming in.
Yep.
Um,
Hi,
let's
Jeannie.
see
It's good to see you.
oh, Jeannie's in that. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, let me get up here.
Good to
And,
see you. Good to see
let
you.
me
Good
see
evening.
who's.
Good evening.
Hey, Jeannie, welcome in.
Excuse me.
Um, yes, I had to get.
Of course.
I was down in the brand thing where I play the videos and that, so I had to get up to the chat. We'll get started here in a few minutes, guys. I think we'll just relax and talk for a little bit
Sure.
and see if we get some more people in, and
Absolutely.
and then we're going to take our journey into Houston. I hope everybody's having a good week. Thank goodness tomorrow is Friday.
God.
But I do want to take time to make sure everybody understands that this is Memorial Day weekend.
Yes.
Please remember to thank a service member, thank the families that have had lost service members.
Yep.
I mean, because technically Memorial Day was created to remember those that actually sacrificed their life.
Yes.
But at the same time, we need to remember those that are.
Absolutely.
Paul.
Good evening, Paul Engel. How are you?
Hey, Paul. I got a question for Paul. Paul, did you? I know you were sheriff for so many years. I know you were a firefighter. Did you ever serve in the military? I couldn't remember if he was. I don't.
Wait a minute. Let me think. Okay.
Okay, he did not, but he was a sheriff, and
I know that.
Hey, I know. But I know Stephanie's father was in the Navy.
Right.
But I'm going to offer you guys to come in.
Absolutely.
You can come along in with Stephanie if you'd like.
Yeah.
If you're not busy on Monday at 12 noon, I'm going to be doing a stream and a special 2-hour show. And I'm letting the mods come in and share any stories from families that either served in the military and their grandfather. So do me a favor. Can you pass on to Stephanie if she's free on Monday? You're both welcome to come in if she wants to share some of her stories and memories of as we look and celebrate Memorial Day on Monday.
Okay.
Oh, your nephews are in there.
Absolutely.
Well, you already know about it, Jeannie. The information is all in the mod chat, so you guys can take a look at that in the mod chat.
Yes, I just posted it a few minutes ago for you guys.
Because
whoever is a mod,
and Mike will tell you, we've been talking about this the last couple of weeks, and trying to figure that, and we knew we were going to do a show. We just needed to figure out how we were going to reschedule the thing. So, and we'll go over the schedule for this weekend as far as streams. We've had to revamp some of the streams.
Yes.
For Saturday and Monday. But we'll go over that in a little bit.
Yes.
So yeah, you guys are welcome to come in. I mean, you guys don't have to stay long. What I'm thinking is come in for about 10, 15 minutes, maybe 15, 20 minutes, share some stories, give us a chance and everybody to thank the families for their service.
Absolutely.
And
I mean, I have had members of I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, that'll be a good thing. We can honor you on Monday too.
Absolutely. Jill, good evening, Jill. Welcome in. Good to see you.
Oh,
I have relatives who served in the military.
Yes,
over there as well.
And I know, and at this point, I can probably say I served in the military for 7 years in the reserves.
You did.
But hello, Joe Wall.
Hello.
Welcome in, Joe. Yeah. So, So let Stephanie know, and if you guys can come on for a few minutes, that would be awesome. I know Maui had some people, and I really would like Pete.
Yeah.
To come on for a little bit.
He'd be a good one to come on.
And it don't have.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
See, that's why you're more than welcome to come on for a while on Monday. You know, I want to try to bring. Yes, please let her know. And you guys don't have to be on long.
No.
You know, no more than 15, 20 minutes, just so that we get a chance to personally thank your families and even you, Paul, for being a safety public.
Absolutely.
I know it's towards the military, but again, without the fire department and police department and the special, you guys keep the civilian side safe, and a lot is owed to you guys as well.
Absolutely.
And you guys do not get the recognition that you guys deserve either.
Absolutely.
But yep, and hopefully I'll talk to Pete tomorrow, because I really want. I mean, if he's not streaming or doing anything, I wouldn't mind him coming on for about 10 to 15 minutes to.
You're welcome.
Oh, you're always, Paul. Listen, remember too, and I know, Paul, you know about this. I know maybe a few people, but I know a lot of the people in this community don't know that I actually went through the police academy in the summer of '93. So I also was working towards being a police officer. I just never worked out. But I did go through. So I do have the understanding, the appreciation for the hard work and the training that you guys go through.
Absolutely.
As well as the military. So
absolutely.
I've that road. I've seen that road, and we owe a lot to and we know things aren't perfect. We know we do know that there's a lot of it just takes a few bad apples to spoil the bill. But you got to remember, there's more good apples than there are rotten apples. So
there are.
Keep that in mind. As Paul is a good example, he spent some years in.
Oh wow, he started in '95.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I probably got some age on you. We won't talk about age, but I'm going to bet that we're not too far off, Paul. Because we're talking.
I know where I was in '95.
We're talking 30 years ago now.
Pretty much 29 years. I was in middle school.
No, 30 years ago. You're talking.
I
was in my 20s. No, we aren't. So, see, this is why I like Paul. I knew there was reasons behind it why we connected with Paul. His background is kind of like mine. Though our lives took a different turn down, different directions on it, he did continue into the public safety. I continued into other things but served in the military later on in life. So I guess we could kind of say we almost traveled the similar roads there, Paul.
Oh, by the way, Paul, could you please let Stephanie know that I got Starbucks today? Twice.
Paul, I got to ask, how many more days for Stephanie? Are their kids done tomorrow? Because he started 25. See, crap. Paul. Okay, all I'm going to say is this. Paul is definitely near my age.
Thank you.
Because all I'm going to say, I will say that I graduated in 89. I was 18, 93. I was 23.
95?
I was 23 in 1993. Might have been 22 because I might have still been 22 because my birthday is late in the year. So I may have still been.
I was in middle school in 95.
Close to 23 in that age.
Yeah.
When I went through the academy. But I mean, I do hold an associate degree, and it is in criminal justice.
Good.
So
that's good.
So that goes to show you. So
right. Absolutely.
Very much appreciated for what those guys and what Paul has done. He served and now is retired from that part of public safety. I don't know if he still does his firefighting, but I know he does. He's retired from his the sheriff's department. And again, they don't really get enough recognition. So
no, they do not. And I will be honest with you. When a certain event happened,
you really? Oh. Now now, Paul, are you still doing that stuff? Are you totally retired from all of that? I know you retired from the sheriff's department, but are you still volunteering with the firefighter and EMT stuff?
That's what I was going to ask. But,
See, I thought about being an EMT, but
Really? That's interesting. I never knew that.
Ryan Rowe. Hello. Welcome in, Ryan. Okay, so you're a life member with the fire department. Okay, so it sounds like he's still involved with the fire department a little bit.
That's good.
Which is always good, but again, so see, there's a reason why I'd like to see Paul and Stephanie come in.
Absolutely.
And be able to honor them. Jeannie come in and share some things.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might even open up to. You just don't have to ride anymore. Sweet.
What does that mean?
And I would even, I may even open it up to people like Jill and that, because I know some of them have had family members that have,
excuse me.
Served.
Excuse me.
But anyways, speaking of riding, which brings us up, and we'll get into more details about Monday a little bit later in the show.
Sure.
But we need to get to.
Yes.
We need to get to. Houston. Guess what? We got to get to Houston. We're traveling to Texas today.
Yes.
And if y'all hold on, you're all in good hands. As the pilot of the plane, you will have a smooth ride.
Oh my Lord.
Unfortunately, you might have some people that might try to serve you Starbucks. So please avoid those people.
It would be me, yes. Mm-hmm.
And we do not serve Starbucks on my plane. So
are you starting to be like somebody else we know within the community? You know who I'm talking about, right?
I have an idea. You'll have to tell me after the show.
I'll tell you right now. Hold on a second. I will seriously tell you. Hold on a second.
Mary Carol, welcome in. Hello to Adam, and Blake.
Okay. Here.
I hope your kitties are doing good. I hope you're.
Okay. There you go. You got to answer it. There you go. You got to answer it. I just sent it to you. Mm-hmm.
I'll have to look at this answer. Hold on, guys. Okay. Well, again, no.
You know who that is, right?
We do not on the
you know who that is, right?
Of David, on the Great Plain of David, we do not serve Starbucks. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm bringing my own Starbucks. Thank you very much.
Well, then we might have to give you a parachute and say, have a nice land.
Yeah. Anyways, and Dallas. Oh, nice.
And of course,
guys,
and if anybody knows, everybody knows I'm just teasing Mike because he knows.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I mean, I like I said, I have nothing against Starbucks.
I know.
But the problem is, I mean, because I'm not a coffee drinker, but I do like Starbucks. I do like Starbucks hot chocolate. But I'm not. I can go get just as good hot chocolate from other places and cost me a less. I can actually. Here's the thing. I can go to Dunkin' Donuts, and I know not a lot of people like Dunkin' Donuts, but I can go to Dunkin' Donuts. No, I'm not talking about the donuts. I'm just talking about the hot chocolate.
Right, I know what you mean. Yeah.
I can go to Dunkin' Donuts and get my hot chocolate, which is a lot cheaper, and it's just as good as Starbucks.
That's okay.
Or I can make my own hot chocolate with milk, and it'd be just as good as Starbucks, and that's cost me free.
Right, I know. Anyways,
it's not to rip Starbucks down. It's the end of that.
Anyways, so
my big problem with Starbucks is this, and the fact that now you got so many smaller pop-up stands popping up of coffee. Yeah. Okay, I'm done. I'm over it. I know there's a lot of people that drink coffee, but these coffee stands are getting out of control. They're popping up like weeds. They need to go. And since I'm a yard man, I got to get rid of weeds.
Silly. Anyways.
So here's now let's get to the travel. Now that we got a few people in here, how many? Okay, so I know Jill said she had been to Dallas. Okay, I mean, well, we're actually talking about Houston, but she's been to Texas. Have you ever been to Houston, Jill? Or anybody in the chat? Have you been to Houston?
Nope, never have.
I will agree. I've never been to Houston myself.
I've never even been.
It'll be interesting to learn some of the facts because
absolutely,
I do know. That never. Okay, she's never been to Houston.
Okay,
but have you been to San Antonio?
No.
Okay, no, she has training San Antonio. Okay, she has been to San Antonio. No, Dallas. Yes. No, Dallas, yes, not Houston. So I'm not sure what he meant by no. He's saying he's been to Dallas, but he has not been to Houston. Okay. Here's the thing, because I do know that we're not, and obviously one of the big things that we'll end up mentioning is the Alamo, which we know is in San Antonio.
Yes.
Oh,
okay. Okay, he hasn't been to Houston.
Okay, so he hasn't been to Houston. Okay, that's what. Okay, thanks. Okay, well, see, there you go. So maybe you guys will learn some interesting facts for you guys.
Nice, Jill.
Aha.
Very nice.
So you did. Yes. Well, the good thing about this is we're not specifically going to talk about Alamo tonight, because Richard has been there.
Yes.
And I actually may. Speaking of John, did you see the mod chat? Because I know you're still a mod. I know you're still a mod on the other channel, and you still have access to it. You got time on Monday? We're opening it up to mods that have served or have had family that have served in the military. We're going to do a 2-hour Memorial Day service for Memorial Day, remembering the military service and all that. So if you'd like to come on for like 15 to 20 minutes, or you're more than welcome to stay through the whole show.
Absolutely.
Most guests, I'm going to say maybe 15, 20 minutes, and open it up to the stay. If we don't get a lot of people to come on, then you're more than welcome to stay through the whole show. Because I will do a special video for the military. probably something similar that I did last year, where it plays all the different things and show the different the symbols for the different branches.
Okay.
Okay. All right. If you'd like to come on, John, I would love to have you on it. It'll be on the Space Mountain channel. We've already got the link, and we'll be putting that link in the mod chat for mods that definitely would love to come on for a little while. So if anybody sees any of the other mods, please make sure you spread the word and have them check the mod chat.
Let them know.
Huh? Yes. Especially if you know they've had family or either have served or have had family members serve.
Yeah.
Especially those that have served and gave up their lives.
Right.
But anyways, all right, going to Houston.
All right.
To me, because Houston's a good city. But you know what interests me about Houston is the different culturals that actually influence the city of Houston. I mean, when you're thinking of Houston and you're thinking of Dallas, you're actually thinking of the old program Dallas. Because they've been at. So Mary Carroll's been to Texas, just never not Houston. So how do you all go to Texas and not end up in Houston? I mean, because a lot of people go to Galveston because of the military. That's where one of the naval bases is.
Yes.
A lot of people go to San Antonio.
Yes.
I particularly, depending on what you're doing.
Yeah.
But it's like everybody seems to miss Houston. I don't know why, but
I don't know.
We're going to show you guys some reasons why to go visit Houston.
Well, one thing will be the weather, that's for sure.
In fact, we're going to start with this.
Okay.
I'll tell you what we're going to do. I am going to put myself big real quick, Mike.
All right, go ahead.
This is going to be a...
all right, go ahead.
Because it's going to be a video, so you can still hear me. But we're going to do this.
Okay.
The urban fabric of Houston is woven from the ambitions and traditions of people and ideas.
Come on.
We are a city of collaborators who build on one another's inspirations, strengths, and cultures to shape a future we all can share. Come on. Together, we are more than 7 million ingredients that make something that cannot be discovered, tasted, or invented anywhere else.
Come on.
A movement, a moment, a future.
Come on.
Together, we are reshaping the culinary landscape.
Come on.
Cultures combine to create a powerful, flavorful taste of things to come. Louisiana crawfish become Thea Cajun crawfish and noodles. Asian flavors meet Texas-style barbecue. Japanese tapas, Korea mex, and Nigerian jambalaya set the table for a creative, inventive, cooperative scene. Houston welcomes you to say hello to the incredible power and infinite possibility of together. We cannot wait to make tomorrow together. Come on.
Nice.
Hello, Mama D.
Hello,
Mama
Debbie.
D.
It's good to see you. Hi.
Okay, put me back here so we can talk a little bit. So what do y'all think? Did that video give you any interesting to check out Houston? I know for you and honestly, based on what I've studied about Houston, you and Richard would enjoy it because there's so many different cultural backgrounds of food styles. You got that would be a good thing for you. But welcome in my good friend Mama D, Debbie Bernfeld.
Yes.
Welcome in.
Hello.
Earlier on Thursdays, we come on at 7 p.m. We came on time tonight, right, Mike?
I think.
Monday we go on at 5. Tuesdays we go at 7. Thursdays we go on 7.
7.
Now during the summer, we're going to have to start earlier because I get up. I have to be to work at 5 in the morning.
I
so which means
understand.
I'm going to be in bed by 7:30.
I get it.
Wake up at 3 in the morning. So we end up doing the shows at 5:30 and 5:30 or 6.
Okay.
At least on the Tuesday and Thursday shows. Mondays we'll leave at 4 or 5 p.m.
Yeah,
and we'll be okay.
I don't know though, because for me, over the Houston, I don't know, because I've never been anywhere outside the Eastern time zone. And even though, yes, the weather is nice down there, I'm like,
I'll see.
Oh.
She said it's
for me because, because I set them up right. Well, anyway.
Yeah, I'm listening, Mike. Go ahead.
I mean, for me, because their culture is so different from what I'm used to. Can I adjust? If you know what I mean, going in from another state.
You can adjust because it's all still American.
I know.
You're still going to be able to find. You're still going to be able to find the American flavor, but you're talking about if you're looking for that cultural experience of different types of food.
Mind you.
You've got over 7 different culture type of foods within that.
I love different type of cultures, yes, but when it comes to like certain things, I'm like, I can handle it, but I would be open to going, absolutely. I mean,
Okay, no, it did say. Now, John said his daughter lived in Houston for a year.
Oh wow!
My son was at the Travis Scott concert.
Jeez!
When Tim died, not my favorite place. I was there for a convention in 1980. Never go back again.
I don't blame you.
Well,
I don't blame you.
Things like that, I understand, John.
I get it. Mm-hmm.
I do get it. I
get that.
But again, sometimes though, sometimes you could go almost anywhere and something could happen.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, think about it. It's happening in small towns for bad things. So, my thing is, I don't want to think about the bad stuff. I just want.
I know, me either.
In fact, here is a good one for you guys, and I'm gonna go.
Sure. I mean, I'm not trying to be negative about it. It's just
nope. But we're gonna talk a little bit about food here in a minute. I'm gonna go to solo layout again and play another video, and it'll be about the food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, over the years, with the original Chinatown when it existed over what's now today in Houston, the theater district, to its migration over to the East Downtown area, and down here, it really has gone through an evolution where it was primarily a Chinese cuisine. Then there was a wave in the 80s and 90s where it came into there's immigration from refugees from Vietnam, so that brought on a lot of Vietnamese cuisine. But since then on, it's been very diverse, especially for a Belarus Chinatown, where now you can enjoy Chinese, Vietnamese, Thai food, Laos cuisine, Cambodian, Korean, Filipino. We're even having a few Japanese places now, and Hawaiian fusion with poke bowls too. So there's been a great spread of diversity, and the developers or the managements of the shopping centers, they're acknowledging that, recognizing that, and trying to create that, equal varieties of options that patrons and diners can come to enjoy. I would say to go to Chinatown whenever you want to go for a bowl of pho, if you want to go for dim sum, if you want to go for Chinese barbecue. If I were to be specific on that, then I would say to go to places like Ocean Palace, Arco Seafood, Shanghai Restaurant, Crown Seafood, Kim Sun for dim sum. I would say to go to haunts like for Vietnamese cuisine like Da Cao or Tan Tan or Sin Sin. If there are tourism groups coming in, there's a service here for Bel Air Chinatown where it's a city bus tour. And so it's a great opportunity if it is a large group of people that are coming to the city and they do want to visit the Southwest area to visit areas here where they can go dine around, or
explore some of the temples or some of the activities going here that are outside of food. There's, I think it's called Houston Asian City Bus. Is that correct? I'm gonna have to double check on that. So yeah, but they can book that and get to travel around the city for that. They can, when they're coming to Houston. I mean, we've always been kind of an underdog in the food scene, but people are starting to acknowledge the, going back to the topic of diversity, and you really can go around the world. Whether you're driving down Southwest, Bel Air, Chinatown, or just around the greater Houston, there's, our city alone has 90 countries represented. 120 different languages are spoken in our city, and so it's definitely you get the friendliness of our Southern hospitality, but at the same time, you get the global reach of everything that you have to be able to explore.
Well, see, there you go.
Okay,
now you
that
tell
was
me.
interesting. That
Now
was
you're talking 90 countries representative,
I love
120 languages.
I love it.
But I mean, so there you go. I mean, you're talking about 90 countries, 120 different languages.
Mm-hmm.
That's a major cultural.
That's what I needed to hear. That's what I needed to hear to change my mind.
Now, see, and because now you're looking at Laos food, Taiwan food, Vietnamese food.
I love Thai food.
A whole bunch of Asian. Yeah, El Paso is a pretty good. Yep, El Paso's a different one. Though I'm not sure I would go to El Paso. That's getting too close to the border for me. And with all the trouble that's been down there, Houston is not so bad. But
I don't know.
I would stick to Houston, San Antonio, and those all the way up there to Galveston after that. But you look at the cultures. I mean, think about it. You still have the American culture, but now you've got all these other cultures that are coming in there.
And I'm fine with that, believe me. I'm fine with it, but watching that video actually did change my mind. It actually did, because
that's stuff you want to go try different types of food.
Hello there, Megan. How are you?
Hello. Welcome in, buddy. Welcome in.
But yeah, I mean, for me, I love Indian food. I love Thai food. I love all different kinds of foods.
Yeah, and you got Laos food. You got Vietnamese.
Yeah, I never had that. Oh, well, that sounds like fun.
Going to where, Debbie? To El Paso?
Are you going to Houston?
Houston, El Paso. Well, I know she was talking to El Paso, so I didn't know if she was. Are you going to Houston or are you going to El Paso, Debbie?
Curious.
But that's cool either way, because El Paso. Okay.
El Paso. Cool.
Nice.
That sounds like fun.
I mean, and here's the other thing I like. I mean, and there's just so much to experience, guys. It's not just the food, but it's the massive shopping centers that have exploded.
I love shopping. You just my language.
This has all exploded since the 90s.
I love to shop.
Up prior to, it was more of a Chinese control. I won't say control, but it was more a Chinese type of influence. But over the last 20, 30 years, you've had an expansion of Laos, Vietnamese, Chinese, Japanese.
That's interesting.
Laos, Thai. So, you had a lot of cultural influences that have impacted besides what's been going on in that city.
Right.
So, and the explosion and the number of the population is exploding. Like a lot of places, exploding. I mean, I can tell you where I live. When I first started here, you were maybe 12,000 or so, and now I can guarantee you we're I can guarantee there's at least 25,000 to 30,000 in this city, because we've had people that have moved from the south of Florida up here.
Right.
We've had people that have retired that have moved down here, particularly from the north.
Right.
It's been a fluctuation. The city I live in, the predominant, is a fluctuation from people that have moved from the north.
Oh yes. I mean, a lot of people move from the north down there, and I know at first it's like, this big, huge, with a shock, but yet, the weather's really nice down there for most times of the year, as far as I know.
Well, because let me show you one of the districts in that area of Houston.
Okay.
We may end up, Mike, creating this thing into another 2 or 3 week on Houston, because there's so much to show you guys and innovate. But this is what we call the Eastern. So I'm going to go back to a single layout.
Okay.
And then, because, I'm going to try to pay attention, because I would actually hopefully we can catch some of the stuff that we can physically talk about out of these videos. And if we don't tonight, then obviously we'll catch them over the next couple of weeks.
We're very excited for the expansion of East River as a whole. So it is a 150-acre development that's really going to bring an awesome experience and revitalization to this side of town. This is what was a huge industrial area. And so now with this expansion, we're going to be able to bring in multifamily housing. We're going to bring in a large event center. There are local distilleries and local retail shops. We've also provided opportunities for commercial leasing. And so people are able to relocate their offices down this way. We're very excited to say that we're going to have the Houston Maritime Museum down here, for example, right along the bayou. So people are going to be very excited that as Buffalo Bayou grows in its redevelopment, that it'll be something that people can partake in, because you'll be able to have a pontoon boat ride over here, a kayak, or you'll also be able to include hike and bike trails. And so we're very excited to know that we are going to become a destination. And so many people tend to go outside of the city to unique experiences, but now we're bringing something right here in downtown for people to just enjoy being outside. Lots of healthy landscape, and then lots of areas for families to enjoy just being outside and recreation.
Okay. Well, see, and that's just one of the things that's going on in Houston, and that's one of the districts they're evaluating, and it's growing. It's adding shopping malls, it's adding commercial buildings,
doesn't love to stop.
Residential, it's adding residential things.
That's a good thing, though.
And it is. Houston is a growing city
but then some people go. Well, let me ask you this question, Dave, because a lot of people say, when you are adding housing, you are taking away the landscape and all of that other stuff. But for me, you can go outside the city to go see that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Here's my thing. You grew up in a big city. You love a big city. When people, this is what I was trying to tell you, and it wasn't about ripping. When we were talking about New York the other night, it wasn't about ripping that. It's just some people who grew up around the big city, want to experience more of some of that type, like the kayak. You heard them say they're bringing in kayaking,
which is good.
Another river thing.
Yeah,
people that can't get to rivers or oceans or the beaches, want to tend to sometimes experience that.
Oh, absolutely.
And sometimes you have to go outside the city to do it.
Absolutely.
What's nice of it is when cities does things like that to bring it in, they can experience it, and they still want the big city.
Yeah.
I mean, not every and sometimes the city size of Houston may be as big as they want to get. They may don't always want to necessarily fight the big city like New York, Chicago, Detroit, Philadelphia, Los Angeles. Those sometimes can be too nutty. What I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? It's just all comes down to what type of experience people want to have, who's traveling.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and because if you got a decent sized family, obviously everybody in the family is going to want to experience something different, and where you go going to develop into what kind of experiences you want to throw into that vacation as you're traveling. That's kind of what I was trying to explain on the night in New York. And because I fully agree that people want some people, but you'll find out most of the people that come to New York are people outside of this country. People that grew up in this country.
I'm going to say that is an actual fact.
I'm going to say it's a smaller. Here's a fact, and a fact of it is it's a small. The Americans that travel to New York is a smaller number compared to travel groups or people that travel from outside the country to the U.S.
True. That is very true, because with the international ones, I have seen so many international guests with a city like New York, and they love it. They love it.
And that's what I was trying to say.
Houston. I'm actually wondering, with Houston, how popular is it with not only U.S. guests as well as
a destination wise?
Yeah.
Based on reviews that I've seen, it actually is above New York.
Really? That's interesting.
That is. But again, it goes back to what niche are you looking at, what group want to travel, and why do they want to go to that city? What is drawing it? Because obviously, if I'm looking for luxury, theater, if I'm looking to experience like music, high philosophy music, experience the theater, things like that, then obviously I'm putting New York over a lot of other cities.
Absolutely.
But if I want a big town where it has kind of got that areas that have a different cultural feeling, places like Houston.
Would you say that Nashville is on the list as well, like that?
And that Nashville, I would say at one time Nashville and Memphis were
very popular,
but they're not as big as they used to be.
Really?
They've actually come down on the traveling list.
Really?
People still love to it, but it's gone down more to a gender of if you like country music, you go to Memphis or you go to Nashville for a lot of it.
Yeah.
Or you go to Bronson, Missouri, which is the other big country influence within the country music.
Would you say that Houston is big on country music?
Influence.
Would you say that the Houston is big on the country music? I think it kind of is.
Actually, Houston actually has grown in all types of music. It actually has reggae, jazz, a lot of things, because part of that has grown is the nightclub and scene in that, because they have different types of bars that play different types. And some of it is cultural music from other countries that influence. But so you got that area where if you like to go to nightclubs and you like to dance, or you like to go to places and listen to, different types of music, they have that section as well in Houston. So again, Houston is one of those things, if you want that balance and still be able to get to areas like the beaches, or if you like history and you want to get to San Antonio, you're within a few hours of San Antonio from Houston. And I couldn't tell you how many. I couldn't tell you how many hours. I'd have to look at it for specifically on that.
Can I honestly say this, Dave? Now, when you mentioned, or was it Texas? The first thing that I thought of was that, in my mind, I was like, do they have all the cowboys and stuff? So, for me, it's like, okay. but do they still have that kind of stuff within the city as well?
Oh, you mean the cowboy influence?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With Houston,
yeah,
I'd say it probably has some influence, but I would think more based on what I'm reading, it'd be more of a cultural influence. The way it's growing, it's coming from the different 90 countries on that city is having an effect. So something like that, I would say you would probably need to go to Galveston or Houston or.
Wow.
Thank you, Jill. See,
3 hours. Woo.
Jill keeps it. If Jill keeps it up, I'm going to be putting a wrench on her too in a minute.
Why not?
Jill's another one of those great people I love. And
she is. She's amazing.
She is. She does a lot of great things. Okay, so thank you. So, see, you're whipping a 3-hour drive of San Antonio.
Hey, a 3-hour tour. What do you think?
That's not a bad. That really is not a bad drive. That would be like that's like me going from where I live to St. or down to Orlando, which is about 2.5 hours.
3 hours.
Unless I get stuck in traffic around Ocala.
It'll probably be from where my location is to Delaware. Possibly Maryland. Possibly,
yep. I'm going to do this. But, so, I mean, obviously.
That's what I think of when I think of Texas. Is like, cowboys and like, the old saloons and things like that.
The thing. And that's the thing. People got to understand it. It's not always about the cowboys. There's a lot more influence. And I mean, don't get me wrong. It has its cowboy influence. It has its Indian influence. But think about the drilling oil, the oil companies that have like Standard Oil and a lot of that. Have something there.
And I was also in the oil like that. Yeah. All that kind of stuff.
You got to remember.
See, that's the tricky part because I've never been there. So, hello, Molly. Welcome in. Good to see you. No,
Molly. You are never late. You are fashionably on time. We're just fashionably really early.
There you go. But anyways, yeah, I mean, good evening, Jason Thibodeau. Welcome in. Good to see you.
Welcome in, buddy.
Good to see you. But when you've never been to a place and you've heard about it and you've seen stuff kind of based on it, it's like it's so tricky not to have like a positive thing when you've only heard.
But here's the thing about it.
It also has a space center.
What people got to remember is this. Think about how many things that have happened in Orlando that could have gave Orlando a bad name.
Oh, absolutely. Plenty
of shooting in Orlando a few years ago.
I know.
That could have gave Orlando. That could have gave Orlando a bad name.
Oh, believe me, that was you don't even have to tell me.
You guys are never late.
Never ever late.
You're always fashionably on time. Mike just starts me early because he's one of those crazy executive producers. I need to bring Molly on as executive producer.
I would rather be on time and ready to go.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Molly,
you are fine.
You're fine. You're never late. You're good.
Yes, you are always.
You're good.
It's always a good. It's a small world after all.
Yes, it is.
It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world.
And it's a world of laughter, a world of tears. There you go.
Has anybody noticed anything new in the chat?
Yeah. Oh, welcome in.
Welcome to the Blue Club.
Congratulations, Jill. You are now.
Listen, because I'm telling you what. Here's the thing I love about Jill. When she's in chats like this and can throw information out, she does it fairly quick, like the rest of the night.
So she's a whiz at that. Wonderful. Jill, we do have a mod chat over on Instagram.
You just got the best birthday gift. What was that, Molly?
What is it?
Yeah, what was that? What's your best birthday gift?
Happy birthday.
And happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Molly. Happy birthday to you. Woo!
And
whoa. Hallelujah. What a wonderful gift. Now I need one. I'm not kidding. Oh, wonderful.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Wonderful. Now I need to find one with Disney World. Wonderful. Oh my goodness, your birthday's on Monday.
Well, happy birthday to Jill, guys.
Happy birthday, Jill.
Please make sure we wish these guys happy early birthday to the both of you guys. But I am going to do one thing, Mike, while we're taking a break in this thing.
What a wonderful present.
Yeah.
Molly.
I got to do this because this is what this channel is all about. We will be back 2 and 2, guys.
Not a problem.
It's commercial. Unfortunately, it's the one and only time I play a commercial in here. This is the Cantrell Country Travelway. I'm the agent and owner, David Cantrell. If you're looking to travel through the U.S. national parks or maybe to the waterways from beaches to ocean cruises, let the Cantrell Country Travelway help you find your magical vacation. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Yes, you are looking to it, and I will put the link into the description box later this evening or sometime this weekend for that. So you guys, for anybody that watches the replay, you'll be able to find it. Thank you, Debbie, for putting the links in.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah. Well, it's always good to have you in here, Jill. It's like Molly. I know Molly only comes in. I know he keeps her busy and all that.
Yes. It's good to see you.
Besides your family, I know her sons play ball and that. So
right.
She's been busy with her.
We missed you.
Through baseball, and now I guess some of them are playing summer ball. So that. But yeah, so check that out, guys. Don't forget to travel my Facebook page as well. We will, but if you are looking to travel, please reach out to me, contact me. I can help you plan a vacation, or if you got, or if you have an itinerary that you already want and need help with making the reservations, I can do that as well. So please, again, feel free to reach out to me, and we will take care of that. Anyways, getting back to Houston.
Yeah.
And we'll
We
probably
almost forgot
do it
something,
next
Dave.
week.
Really
Ready to come.
important about Houston. That's where NASA is too.
And I'm going to show that video, but we'll do it. We'll do it in next week.
Okay.
Because there's still so much I want to show, and I got pictures I want to show. So we'll.
Okay.
I mean, I know we kind of chit chat a little bit, but
okay.
We'll make sure that we'll make sure we get that all done and taken care of.
Yep.
Guys, we'll show you more on Houston. There's a lot to offer in Houston, more than you want to realize. What you saw tonight wasn't even the tip of the iceberg yet. It was just the beginning. There's so much and wonderful stuff from the, and Mike said it once. It does have its rodeos. It does have its cowboy influence in Houston. Right. Let me make that clear. But again, you heard on that one video, you've got 90 countries that influence that city. You got 120 different languages that are used in that city. So the cultural impact, it's almost kind of like a miniaturized Epcot around the world, all in that city.
What I just thought of too,
and I will tell you, that's a lot of the way it is with a lot of your big cities, but Houston is one of the big ones that you actually see that influence. Like Fort Lauderdale, you see that influence.
Oh yeah.
St. Augustine, you see that Spanish influence. So Houston, again, it's one of those cities that you couldn't tell years ago, but as it's grown over the last 23 years, now you're starting to see all that influence within that.
Let me ask you this question, Dave, seriously, because as we're talking about this, I just thought of the Frontierland. So I'm wondering if Walt went to Texas to see what it was like, and I'm wondering if the Frontierland is based on it. I'm just curious because the way that it looks,
I hardly doubt it.
You know what I mean?
I haven't read or seen anything that gives me. I'm not saying he didn't travel to Texas. He may have.
Right.
And they may just there's no really record or indication that he.
Right. But
I'm pretty sure he probably has traveled to Texas, but unlike San Salvador and that one movie that he created, and that's why you got Topolino's, and that's why you got the Grand.
Right.
The tower at Coronado now.
Yes.
That was based on that movie. And that was him going. We know for a fact that he went to South America.
Right.
And actually created it. And that's where they created that.
But I'm wondering what Frontierland was.
That's where they created that movie, which influenced Coronado today with the Topolino restaurant and
right.
So yeah, he may have, because he did study some Westerns.
Right. So,
and I do remember watching some of the Imagineering things and mentioned a little bit that, but I can't remember specifically what he did. He may have to, and I'm not quite aware of it.
Right.
Well, Joe, we know you're an amazing lady. I agree with Debbie full-heartedly.
Amen.
Congratulations and welcome to the Mod team.
Absolutely.
And I will make sure you get put on the Mod Link channel, so they got access to the Mod Link. And we got one channel for the Mod Link list and one channel for specific chat between the moderators.
Yes, and we do have both of those.
And I will make sure that you will get added that out myself personally.
Yes.
But obviously, can't say much. But I mean, the reason. Now, honestly, my thing is, would I go to Houston? Based on what I'm seeing, I would. If it was one of those top places, that's right. That right. Maui did have. I did give her managing power over the mod chat, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Holy
Yes,
crud!
you
I forgot how much power I gave Molly. That's why I stay on her good side.
Right. That's
That's
fine.
why I give her a good side. Unless we're in the studio, then she can't threaten me because I'm on the safe side.
Yes. She has been added to both, and
but Jen, listen, Jen's a great person, and I can't.
Very much.
Again, I will say a lot about Debbie and Molly and all our ladies in the community. I was looking forward to meeting a lot of these guys in August. I am so depressed that I cannot. I was so depressed that I cannot be there. But I've already given my full guarantee that I will be there in December at the Magic Night of Hope.
That's wonderful.
To meet these people.
That's good. That's really good. I'm glad.
Again, I've also been threatened that they would kidnap kidnap me and drag me down there if I didn't get there. That's the other thing too. This kidnapping thing, I kind of got me a little worried. I don't know if Debbie's still in here, but I think she's in charge of that.
I think Molly needs to put you on Small World and sing along.
No. But remind me to tell you the crazy story about work.
Please, I want to hear this.
This.
Oh.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna shoot for next year, Joe.
Hi, Dean. Welcome in.
There's Dean the turkey lecturer.
Good to see you.
It's always good to see Dean in here.
Absolutely.
And again, mods, I'm going to tell you. Oh, speaking of which, let me back up something. Molly, you added her to the mod chat. Did you add her to the mod link channel?
Yes, she did. She did both, and I just checked.
Did you chat? Okay. Not that we're checking on her, but I wanted to make sure that she got put on both.
Yep.
Jill has access to that. Yes. And don't tell Dean, please, somebody don't tell Dean I bought up all the turkey leg stores, so I own all the stock on the turkey legs.
I'm going to guess Epcot.
I'm going to guess Disney Springs.
I'm going to guess Epcot today.
I'm going to guess Disney Springs.
I love Epcot.
I'll guess Disney Springs.
So where'd you go, Dean?
Yes, do tell.
Where'd you go?
Yes, thank you so much, Jen.
Yes. Yes, thank you very much.
I have to do it because I'm tired and I know I'm going to be. I'm going to probably turn off and go to bed. I should. Okay. I need to do some studying, but I'll do that since I got a 3.
Oh.
To the back Tower Gardens? Oh,
that sounds interesting. Oh, what is it?
Sweet.
What is it?
Back Tower. I've heard of it, but I have to remember. I'm trying to remember what it is. I've heard of it.
I never heard of it.
Dean, when are you going back up to St. Augustine? Because the fact of it is, I go on 3-day weekends starting this week.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Well, if you get back up to St. Augustine, let me know because I'm going to be going. Probably, I'm going to do some travel into St. Augustine during the summer over here.
Nice.
Well, and I'm going to try to get down to Disney World. I think.
Yay! Where are you going to go?
Try to get my pass back.
Good.
I've yet got to call Disney and talk to them about that, and but I'm still waiting to see because I've still got to pay and see how that all comes out. Plus the fact I'm still waiting to hear on.
I know.
And you heard the other night about the website, so that's the other thing I'm working on too now. So
I know.
That set me back a little bit too.
I know. Excuse me.
But I also understand why the company did what they did.
Wow. Interesting.
Nice. Well, that's good, Dean. So guys, make sure you check Dean's channel out tomorrow.
Yep.
If Dean go, I give you permission to put your own link into the channel.
Absolutely.
Your link into the channel, and make sure you guys go check out Dean the Turkey Legster.
Absolutely.
He does. Dean, are you going? Are you on later tonight? If you're on later tonight, put your link in there for tonight and your vlog for tomorrow if you want. I give you, please, because I try to make sure. Does anybody know who else is going on tonight? Usually Dad Bill goes on.
We're on. I don't know if they're still on.
I know Dad Bill usually goes on with the chill thing,
right,
on Thursdays. I don't know if he's going on tonight, so make sure you check Dad Bill's out if he does go live. I don't know if Pete's going on with any of the sports streams, but he usually goes on either on one of his channels. Usually is doing one sports.
I think he did Insomniacs yesterday.
Yeah, he did it. Yes, Jeff is on now, so make sure you definitely go check out Jeff.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you're not going tonight. Okay. But do me a favor, make sure you put your link in there in the chat for your vlog tomorrow, unless you haven't got it done yet.
Right.
But definitely trying to find out if does anybody know if Pete's going live right now?
Let me check.
I haven't seen anything, not even on the Deuce, so I don't know.
Let me see.
Okay, he's on tomorrow morning for Preston's tournament.
Okay.
So so he may not be doing
that.
He
has Disney show, right? Okay, yeah.
And then tomorrow Friday, so I'll be doing it Disney.
Thank you very much.
All right, so let's kind of go back over what's going on my two channels over the weekend. Saturday, 12 noon, we're doing the national parks.
Okay. Which one are we doing, Dave?
I think I'm going to go Yellowstone.
Okay. I thought you already did that one. I thought you already did that one.
Yellowstone? No, we did.
But I could have sworn you already did it already. I could have sworn you did it already. Because we
Yosemite. The last one we did was Gettysburg. The one we did before that was Yellowstone, I think.
Yeah.
No. No. Yosemite Valley National Valley Park is what we did.
Yeah,
California.
we did Yosemite.
We did Yosemite was the first one. Then we did Gettysburg.
Right. So what are we doing?
So we're doing Yellowstone.
Okay. I don't know the difference between the two, but I know they're in the same area. But
no. Yellowstone is up in Minnesota, North Dakota. Oh. That's up in the northern Minnesota.
Okay.
Idaho.
I know
it's in up there along with Minnesota. I think it's in Minnesota, North Dakota, and South Dakota area.
Well,
the Yosemite National Valley is in the southern part of California. So
South Dakota is where Mount the Rushmore is. I know that.
Too. That's but I also know National Stone is either Minnesota and Idaho.
I thought the Yellowstone was in Idaho or somewhere.
It is. It's Minnesota, Idaho, but it's a big park. It covers a certain range. I had to go look at it specifically. I'm not sure quite exactly where it is, but I do know it's in the other. It's up in there near Minnesota. It may be Minnesota too. Maybe Minnesota, North Dakota.
I have no idea.
So
it's somewhere.
But so again, welcome to Jill.
Yes, welcome in
the moderator team.
Yes,
for this channel. Mm-hmm. She is on this channel for the travel channel.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I pretty much took some of the ones over here, but then that's the ones, basically the ones that I know that have been here.
Right. Oh.
Told you, see, didn't I tell you right?
Now that's interesting because.
In Eastern Idaho. So told you.
Wait a minute. How is Yellowstone? Oh, okay. Yeah. Now I know where it is.
What were you thinking of? Yosemite? Were you thinking Yosemite?
I don't know which one I'm thinking of. I mean,
because Yosemite was the one that was in the southern part of California, and that's the one we did.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yosemite was the first part that we did, because remember I missed a couple of weeks here over the last month.
Yes.
And so Yosemite was the first one we did. Then we did Gettysburg.
Right.
And I took some things, so.
Mm-hmm.
So this week we are going to do Yellowstone National Park.
Okay,
I was actually going to probably look at doing Gatlinburg, but I'm going to wait till our good friend Richard is back to do that one.
I know.
He's been there. I've been there, and
I've never been there. Okay.
Exactly.
That's why I'm getting confused.
That's exactly right. I mean, because part of the Yosemite is right on the border.
Right.
It's not in Nevada, but it is on the border of California and Nevada.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So, and because that actually is made of two different areas that.
Right.
Because you got the whole Yosemite Valley National Park, but then you got the Casperin.
Right.
Some other thing that was added in 1897 to it to make it the whole Yosemite National Valley Park is when it actually became an official park.
That's why I'm
getting and if you remember, it was 1907 when the National Park Service (NPS) came.
Oh my goodness! Oh my! Oh jeez, that's awful.
Oh, Joe, I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Yellowstone is one of the big ones that I wanted to get into myself. But anyways, so your final thoughts on Houston, Richard or Mike?
I honestly think it's a very interesting place.
Did you pick up on a few things tonight that you might not have known about?
Absolutely.
And obviously, we'll do Houston over the next couple of weeks. So there's pictures I want to show. There's some more videos I want to show, including. And do remember that Houston is where the big thing for NASA is. So NASA had a very influence on.
And that's where the
early days,
we have a problem.
During the early space station, particularly in the early space. Of this country. So that we've got a lot of new things.
Well, that's interesting.
Oh, nice, John.
Nice.
Okay. Past words to my moderators. And I know some of you guys are moderators on the other channel as well as this one.
Right.
But it is in the mod chat. If you have had people that have served or you served, you're more than welcome. We will put the link between now and Monday, and let you guys, if you want to come on and spend some time on the show to honor our family members, our service people, those that have given their lives for the country. We are doing that on Monday. It'll be a couple-hour show. I will have a special video on Monday as well. And I know Mike's working with it. And speaking of which, Mike, if you got anything else you think besides bringing guests in, and if you got anything special else you think we need to do for Monday, think about it.
I do. I do have one thing, and I need to talk to you about it off stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
What time? Oh, jeez.
What did you schedule it for? Noon?
I think I scheduled it for noon, but we can adjust it. No problem.
We're going to do it at noon, John. But if you're not done with the parade at 12,
We're in the parade.
we're gonna go a couple hours, and I can always start it an hour later. Maybe set for 1.
We can adjust the time.
Yeah,
that's not an issue.
We can let me know if you can make it by 12, or I can adjust the time to like 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Absolutely, we can adjust the time before, after, whatever you want. I mean, it's very easy to do.
Yes. Oh yeah, we're definitely doing the tribute service on.
Yeah,
I've done that the last couple. I think I've done it the last couple of years. I know we did it last year. I don't remember if I did it the year before.
I don't think we did it the year before.
We did do it. We did do it last year.
Right.
We did do it last year, and I do plan on doing it this year.
Yeah, I need to find something to work with that actually.
So
I think I have something, but I don't know. Oh, okay.
But anyways, with that, guys, I'm going to say, if you are again traveling, check the links. I will make sure I put the links in the description again if you need them.
Yes.
Or reach out to me on Instagram at Space Mountain Dave.
Yep.
And you can, if you need the links to talk to me about doing things.
Right.
Okay, well, I know. Well, depending on where you're at, depending on what early is.
Okay, early in the morning.
Hour in the country, Don. Okay. I know he's on the East Coast, so
yes,
it may be about 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning.
He's
so
in the same state as me. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Thank you again for putting that link in there, guys.
Thank you.
Again, if you are looking to travel, reach out to me, guys.
Yes.
And as I always say this, and I will tell you this about, again, and this is why I do what I love doing. I've learned a lot of things since doing some of this training. And guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. If you're ninja watching and you're new to my channel, please don't forget to hit subscribe, share out. Reach out to me if you're looking to travel.
Yes.
So again, don't forget, Saturday, noon. No, what time did you schedule for the Saturday show?
I think I did 12.
Okay. Saturday,
I didn't know what you wanted, and you never
said the national parks. If you want to join us, I know Pete does sports, so if you can join us and you want to learn more about Yellow National Stone, or if you have tips and you've been there and you want to share things, please come on in.
Absolutely.
And join us at noon on Saturday for Yellowstone National Park on the U.S. National Park Service.
Yep.
Because you never know. I may allow you to come in as a guest.
Yes.
Because we brought our good friend Debbie. She's been on a guest a few times, and I know Molly's been on a couple of times, and we've had Stephanie and Paul on for a couple of times. So make sure you guys come and check.
And Richard comes on as well.
Oh, Richard's always on. He's
I know.
For the Space Mountain channel. Nobody's my partner channel on this because this is all.
I know that, but all good.
But make sure you check out Richard because I know he.
Absolutely.
Did he just stay is he staying the night up there, Richard, or is he headed, or did he head out?
Let me tell you, he's on the road right now.
Okay, so he didn't even stay a full night, and yeah, he did. He would have got there last night, and he stayed.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then left today. Okay.
Yes.
Hang out with you for.
Because
it's been a while for you. You darn well know you were on my space show when we were talking about NASA and Disney.
It was.
A little shy. Military needs a little shy. Oh boy. Leave it to John.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah, I was shy too, but life happened.
I like that.
All right, guys. I think it's been a great show, guys. Thank y'all for being here. So the final thing I'm going to say is this: let the Cantrell Country Travelway help you find that magical vacation. Have a great night, guys.
Bye, guys.